Hello friends, how are you? This is Dr. Sri Nagi, Ayurveda and Medicine Doctor and also Isha Hatha Yoga teacher. So today in this video, I am going to talk about what are the foods that are suitable for your brain, or you can also say it like superfood for brain. Many times these days there is a lot of fashion for what is superfood for stomach, what is superfood for heart, what is superfood for strength. So today's video is about what is superfood for your brain. Or in other words, there are certain kinds of foods which we eat that will nourish our brain. Specifically, the target organ for nourishment will be brain. So many of us must be thinking brain need nourishment. We always talk about nourishment of the body, and is there something that is called nourishment of the brain? Yes, there is something in Ayurveda that is called Medhya Rasayan that is very beneficial for the nourishment of your brain, because you will be surprised to know like you will be surprised to know like most of our function, whether my movement of hand, whether my talking, whether my listening, like all these sensory functions, or taking food inside my mouth, moving my tongue inside my mouth, moving my lips, everything like what I see, everything, what I see, all these functions are happening in brain. The center for all these functioning, like whatever happening in our body, like let's suppose I am moving my hand like this, I am assuming like okay, I am moving my hand like this, but actually the center with which I am moving my hand, the center of this movement is in brain. So that's why brain becomes extremely important organ according to Ayurveda. That is called, that's why it is called Shirsha. Shirsha means it is superior to all the organs. But many times it happens like we confuse Manas with brain. Manas is not brain. Mind is not brain. Brain, when I am talking about all the sensory functions, motor functions, that means movement of hand or sense of smell, sense of taste, sense of eyes, what I see. As you know, we have rod cells, cone cells, and whatever is happening, whatever I am seeing, everything is happening in brain. So brain is not something that is called Manas. Manas is explained in Ayurveda, that is called mental body, and yoga, that is called mental body, like how we think, thoughts, everything that is comprised of Manas. But what we are like experiencing in the, like in terms of sense, vision, movement of hands, defecation, urination, all the peristaltic movements that are happening in our intestine, everything is controlled by brain. So it becomes our brain becomes extremely important organ, because brain is also organ just like your liver, just like your spleen, your kidneys. Similarly, brain is also an organ in your body, and that's why it's very important that we take care of this organ so that it will function well. As you know, like we have liver, and if there is some disturbance in liver, it produces certain symptoms, like our LFT, that is liver functioning test, will be disturbed, or something, or some other thing will be disturbed. If we have kidney problem, or like test clinically, it shows like what problem our brain is, our kidney or liver is going through. Similar is the thing with brain as an organ. If we don't pay attention for the health of our brain, then also it start functioning not in a best way. Like you will start feeling certain kind of weakness, your gait, the way you will walk, you feel get tired very quickly, very easily. You will have a lot of stress, anxiety, all the time tension for small things, sometimes memory loss, you are not able to recall things, especially because of degeneration it happens. So brain is also doing a lot of things for us. It is just we are unaware of it, and that's why we don't pay attention what we need to do for the health of your brain. So, as it is very clear, like brain is extremely important organ of our body. So, it is very, very important that we take care of the health of brain, and let's see what Ayurveda has to say about it, or how Ayurveda can help us regarding this. In Ayurveda, as you know, or even if you see in nature, it is very clearly been seen, if we nourish the roots of a plant, any root of a plant, then plant will blossom at its best. So, if we assume like humans are standing on their heads, so our heads, that is brain, is like a root, is like a root. It needs nourishment, like plant needs nourishment, and if we nourish our brain well, all our functions, like whether it's walking, movement of hand, speaking skills, talking, listening, all these functions will get improved naturally if we pay attention to take care of the health of our brain. And for some reasons, if our brain get disturbed, then that will also produce symptoms in our body. As you know, in Charaka, like Maharshi Charak, the father of Indian system of medicine or father of Ayurveda, he spoke very clearly, whatever small thing is happening in our body, it is going to impact our mind, because because our body is the larger version of our mind. So, when I am saying mind, I am not saying brain. Similarly, whatever happening in mind, it is going to impact your body. That is why our brain health is also very much connected with our mind. For example, if our emotions are disturbed, that means according to Ayurveda, your Sadhak Pitta has been disturbed. That means the center of Sadhak Pitta in Ayurveda, or the place of Sadhak Pitta in Ayurveda, is heart. So, it is very, very important that you do something that is very pleasant for your heart. Love. So, love is the best therapy if your emotions have been disturbed. If somebody is disturbed emotionally and you are giving him a lot of rules, or you are dictating him like intellect, oh, you need to do this, you need to do that, believe me, it will not work. It will not work because Sadhak Pitta is disturbed. If somebody's emotions are disturbed, this is the time that you show love, because with love, with pleasantness, with emotions becomes balanced, your Sadhak Pitta will become balanced, and this is how that person will feel good. But if we keep scolding why, what, then these things will not work. If emotions are evolved, please treat that person with love. That is the most important therapy which most of the people miss. At the same time, educate them, make them understand things also, but with love. If emotions are attached, you should always try to speak anything with love, with affections. That is the only thing that works when Sadhak Pitta is disturbed. And these emotions, if they get disturbed for a long time, it is going to impact your brain. You will see the degeneration in the brain happens very quickly in these kind of patients. If you go for the CT scan, for those people whose emotions are mostly disturbed, then you will see the CT scan, the degeneration changes will be very clearly visible.